Alrighty. Howdy neighbors and welcome back to Under Maintenance. Last time we started on the Theo route. By accident. Anyway, we continue. Next Tuesday comes quicker than I realize. Like a giddy schoolgirl, I have a hard time staying in bed. Looking forward to my date with Theo, and make sure my hair is washed and clean. My makeup is perfect and my outfit is cute. Hey there. There's. Oh, wow. He's like me back in middle school, pressing buttons real quick. Looking forward to tonight. Same. Can't wait to see you. Phone starts ringing right around our arrival meeting time. Hey, Iris. I'm at your apartment building and the door is locked. Hiya. I'll be down in a second to let you in. I rushed down the stairs and opened the apartment complex door, panting. I went to find Theo crouched down and playing with the cat. Now roll over. I think it's something you say to a dog. As I say it, the cat drops to the pavement and rolls over. Is that a protest to me, or to answer to Theo's request? Or to a cat too, I guess. Hey. Eris. I give him a flirty look. Hey. Want to come in or stay outside playing with the cat? Okay, coming. Bye, kitty. No, chase! No! Not the baby! I'm on floor 7.
Do I put this down in my serial killer notebook?
You're never letting that go, are you?
Not until you give me a funnier joke.
We arrive on my floor and I usher Theo in my studio apartment.
I really like this place. It looks very much like you.
I would hope a building doesn't look like me, gotta say. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Theo pats my head and kisses my forehead. I meant that in a good way. It's cozy. Ooh, speaking of cozy, I got the hoodie from my bed and give it back to him. Sorry I forgot about it last Tuesday. No worries. I'll slip this down for now. Oh, do you want anything to drink?
Something non-alcoholic. I'm driving.
Oh, no, I wish I hadn't. The parking situation in the neighborhood is atrocious. You know, you could stay here for the night. Well, moving on.
If you've got anything sweet, that would be amazing.
Yo, if we have chocolate milk, fuck yeah. I said him playfully. I'm sweet. Iris. I know. Well, that's called lemonade coming up. Lemonade is not— I am putting my fucking foot down. How dare— lemonade. If you have a good lemonade, it's tart. It's not super sweet. It's got the tartness. It makes you go with the ooh, and then you're good. Not the ooh or the super sweet. You have to get the ooh. That lemonade is not a sweet beverage. You're fired. As I grab the drinks for both of us, I think about Theo's previous project that he mentioned last week. How's that old car project going? It's going good. We're getting some new parts shipped in soon, and we should be getting a move on the process. I'm glad to hear that. Harry's siblings come to visit recently. My kid's sister came by over the weekend, and we got some orders in on the foreign site. It was a real pain, though. I bring the drinks and set them on the coffee table. What about you? You told me you'd show me what you do for fun. I point out the shelf of games. Theo purchases and starts randomly pulling out boxes.
Wow. These are some seriously pretty guys. Are these the husbands you were talking about?
Shoot me in the fucking face. Please, no, something about him saying there's some seriously pretty guys fucking killed me. Oh no. Here we go. I flushed at him mimicking my speech weeks ago and touched the box out of his hands. Hey, don't judge. I'm not judging, just curious. It's not about pretty guys. Well, partially is. But it's about good stories and emotions, and sometimes some gambling to get a pretty picture. Think of it as reading interactive romance books with pretty pictures. I remember reading books as a kid and thinking, hey, it'd be really cool to influence what happens. Yeah, I was always bummed out if things didn't go as I wanted them to. Well, this allows me to choose exactly how the story will go, and explore all possible endings. Theo nods understandingly. So which one is under maintenance? Oh, well, that's... I go up to him and load Heavenly Love on my phone. Boop. I point out the love interests, and my favorite has Vondo. Oh, she kind of resembles Theo.
Hey.
Hey, he kind of looks like me. I think I have a type. Yeah? So what kind of character is he? He's the older brother type.
Huh?
Wait. So he's the main character's older brother? That's not a bit strange. Theo's question catches me off guard, and I lower my phone while I consider it. Wait, no. Not blood-related. But more like he teases and treats the main character like a sister. But he really has feelings for her. Oh. So do you see me as a roller? I want to shoot myself in the face. I hate it here. Oh god. Okay. No matter what I pick here, it's gonna be wrong. I can guarantee that right now. Yeah, I think about it. You do have that older brother vibe. Theo shrugged. Yeah, I can see that. So, what makes this one different from the other ones on the shelf? It runs on a server. And it's something a lot of people play together, instead of everyone playing their own game. So when there are updates, they need to sub everyone's games to roll them out.
Huh?
Not really... Oh, I'm not sure I completely follow. Well, think of it like this. For car to work properly, you have to change the oil every now and then. So for this game, the updates are like changing the oil. But it happens to everyone at the same time, because everyone is driving the same car. Theo nods in agreement. I think my clunky car metaphor worked.
Oh, like with fancy new cars. Everything's electronic, and they require regular software updates. And if you don't do that, there can come a time when you can't drive them. Except in this case, you're updating husbandos.
Yes, husbandos. Yep, that's exactly it. He continues inspecting my shelves. His face seems to light up when he finds one game in particular. Hey, is this that plumber racing game? I remember playing it on 64 with my brother. He used to play games. Way back in the day. We used to have one of those consoles set up by our living room TV, and my brothers and I fought about who would get to play next and what. That was before I decided I was too cool to hang out with our siblings, and started playing drums instead. You mentioned playing drums before. Do you still play? Well, I do, I think. I still have the set in my basement. But back in the day, I was so into it, I missed classes. Why'd you stop?
I dropped out of the band once I started working in my dad's company. I still pick up drumsticks from time to time, but it's kind of not the same without the promise of the big stage and fame.
That sucks, but understandable. Besides, the band got in the way of spending time with my family. That's why I moved to the projects. Right. Because it's a thing valuable to you. Exactly. Well, if you had the opportunity to make money playing the drums, would you? I'd think about it. If I could play in a local band, yeah. Then I could stay here with our family. But that's only if we could get gigs. That sounds awesome and practical. After a conversation, I wave the game that Theo has in his hands, and then offer him a smile. Let's see whether it's as good 20 years later. I put the cartridge in and pick up the controller. I rotate it so that Theo gets an easier view of the buttons I'm pointing at. You press this button to move. This is speed up. This is slow down. And this one will throw things in my way. That should be it. I press the controller in his hands. We sit on the floor and I start up the game. It's disastrous. Theo seems to be going the wrong direction consistently, and he can't speed up or throw things properly. I finished several rounds ahead of him. Seriously, this is no fun. Theo's face is fallen and his fingers are going white while gripping the controller. The controller he's holding is exactly the way I had showed him the controls. Is he holding the controller upside down? Oh my god. I don't think this is your area. But I also got some board games. Want to play one of those? Sure, whatever you want. I pull out some city builders, and we settle on one. To my surprise, Theo sets up the board without the help of the manual. I had this one at family game nights. He plays the first cycle with practice strategy and wins easily. Next round I barely scraped by, but managed to win. But somehow his gaze tells me that he let me win that one. Must have something to do with having a large family. Everyone gets to win, I guess. For several games back and forth, we sit back exhausted. What's next on the agenda for the evening? I'm feeling mentally spent, so I was thinking. I raised my eyebrows playfully. What the hell kind of a thing? As Theo shrugs his shoulders and nods, I climb on top of his lap, straddling him with my legs. Theo gently pushes my hair back and cups my cheek, seemingly considering something. And he crushes his lips against mine. The gentleness is suddenly gone. I don't like this. I'm just not... You can read this. I'm fine. To my disappointment, Theo pulls back and shakes his head. I don't think so. Again, seriously. I'm off him to put my hands on my hips. Is it me? What? Wait, no. I mean, yes and no. Yes? I like you. I like the way you carry yourself, the way you talk to people, the way you ask me these questions no ex has ever asked before, as they come naturally to you. After how we started out, I seriously have no idea what you want to get out of all this. Before we go any further, I'd love to know how you feel. Oh, if you feel the same way I do. If I didn't like you, I wouldn't be making out with you right now. That's not what I meant. Not entirely. What I mean is, do you see this going somewhere beyond wanting to make out with me? It's all fresh. How would I know? Exactly. Have a thought about it, and tell me whether you want something once you're ready. I'll do the same. If you do, great. We'll give it a whirl and see where it goes. I'd love to. But if not, also great. At least we can stop wasting each other's time. Theo lays down on the floor and stares at the ceiling before starting to talk silently.
I've got... attachment issues.
I lay down next to him, trying to find the exact spot he's staring at. I had quite a few to choose from. Damn my cheap landlord. Growing up, there's always been a fairy tale in front of my eyes. My parents met at school, married at 19. 35 years, 5 kids, and one fucked up illness later. He still calls her beautiful, and she still lovingly calls him loony for saying that. My siblings are continuing the tradition. Did you know I'm the oldest of 5, and half of them are already happily married?
And all of that has clicked some old school switch in my brain. If I do the deed, as they say, I start expecting things. I start imagining things. And if that person is gone the next morning, it tears me apart. So a couple of years ago, I decided that it's not worth it. I'd only sleep with people with whom I'd like to try to imagine some sort of future together. I don't even know what the future would entail.
I love playing the role of the cool uncle, And it's like I can wear a wedding ring at my work anyhow. It's not like I can wear a wedding ring at my work anyhow. But having someone to come home to would be enough. So nice and dandy. But why didn't you say so?
Huh?
Sorry? You've got boundaries, and that's great. I respect that. But how are people supposed to know them if you don't tell them? Theo looks at me with surprised eyes as I continue. This isn't a fairy tale. The person you're with won't magically know all of your inner thoughts. You've got to tell them. Sure, people who have been together for years have their unspoken forms of communication, but that thing comes with time, and with a lot of talking. I keep getting mixed signals here. One moment you're kissing me, the next, you're making me feel like I just did something unspeakable, and I got no idea about why. Theo runs a shaky hand through his hair.
Fuck. I've been a real dick to you, haven't I?
You have. And now that you've told me, I realize that I've been the same to you. I'm sorry. Now the question is, where do we go from here? We lay next to each other in silence. I never thought the floor could be so comfortable. I enjoy laying on the floor, especially after work. I lay on the floor, and then my cat comes, and it's great. Maybe I should look into getting a futon instead of a creaky bed I have. Maybe getting to know each other a little more. I'd like that. After a while, I reach my hand over and entwine my fingers with his. Neither of us say anything, but I get the feeling like we've just gotten over a huge hurdle. I want to tell him how much I'd love to be there for him, to figure out a way that makes this thing work. And if that means taking it slow, then I'm okay with that. I just want to know more about him. After a honest kiss with Theo's lips, let's go. My hand gets up.
I've got work in the morning. I know we're both busy, but maybe we can keep in closer touch on the phone. Do more of that talking you were speaking about earlier.
Yeah. Suddenly after he leaves, I find his hoodie still neatly folded on my couch. Text him through my phone. Keep the hoodie. It looks better on you anyway. Aww. It's my hoodie now. After Theo leaves, I immediately open my phone and message Joe. I might be in love. Iris. You know I support you 100. Watch out. You can't get all doe-eyed because a handsome man sweeps you off your feet. You're the last person I want to hear that from. Okay, fair. For real, keep me updated. If he got you like this, then he must be special. You know I'll keep you updated. Theo, Chapter 5. Theo and I keep messaging back and forth, talking about things we like and want from life. We do a lot of texting and long phone calls. After a couple of weeks of this back and forth, one day I get a different kind of message from Theo. I'm having a party on Friday evening. You should come. What should I wear? Clothes, preferably. Thanks, Theo. Obviously. No, I was gonna show up to your party naked. You know what I mean. Dress code? There is none. Your usual dress is fine. We're casual folks. Once I arrived at Theo's place, there seems to be a party going on in full swing. His project car sits polished in the driveway, seemingly finished. Into the backyard, there are a lot of people wandering around. I look for Theo. I have to do a couple of double takes. There are several younger guys that look like him, with different clothes and haircuts. The girl looks like what I would imagine Theo would look as a woman. And these kids running around seem to be related to him in some way as well. No, not that closely related. I see Theo by the boombox, with a man in his 50s. As I start approaching them, I can hear Theo's "Dad, don't," while the older men point toward the music system, with severely shaking hand. Must be Ted. Looks like he's got not only his friends, but his family over as well. That explains all the lookalikes and the younger kids. I know he has at least one brother who has started a family. Theo nods and turns down the music. Ted clears his throat. That seems to get everyone's attention. Listen up. Theo didn't want to tell y'all why he made this party, so I will. Theo's my oldest, and used to be the biggest pain in my ass. But as he graduated high school, I decided to get him a present. Even though the little punk graduated a year late. Laughs and jeers came from the party as Theo raises his hands in defense, laughing.
I had more fun and hot things to do than study, okay?
A couple of whistles sound from the party of guys while Ted continues. I bought a wreck resembling a spiffy car he's got there, thinking we could work on it together. Well, he figures out what he wants to do with his life and all. But he goes, "No, Dad. I've already gotten a Harley, and I'm hitting the road with my band in a week. Got a tour deal as a warm-up act, and we're getting famous." Theo smiles sadly. Well, a man roughly his age splits from the party and wraps Theo in a short hug. He looks a lot like Theo. Bet that's one of his brothers. That's really cute. 3 days later, I fly out to the shop. Doctors at the hospital find something in my head. Tell me to get my affairs in order, just in case, you know? Ted's legs are visibly wobbling, and he leans back against the table to steady himself. Next thing I knew, the kid is in my hospital room. Still has the moon from whatever party he was at. Telling me he's taken over everything. Over the next months, while they're blasting me with radiation and cutting my brain, he sells his bike and vinyls to fund his auto mechanic Kurtz. Pulls some strings, studies nights, taking the tests early, gets everything right on the first try. I get home a bigger wreck than the junker I bought him. I had to relearn everything while he does everything around the shop. Once I'm good enough to sit, he gets me in the shop and pulls me on the phone just to keep me busy. Let me order him around from the sidelines and watch him work. Probably save my sanity. Works his ass off in the shop. And when his brothers come of age, he gets them a junker and fixes it up with them. A female voice calls out. He gave me one as well. And a baby sister too. Once they're all done, only then he gets back to the original junker and starts fixing it. Took a couple of years, but now it's also done. To celebrate this little accomplishment, I'd done something I should have done ages ago. It's time, kid. Done the paperwork. You're gonna have to change all your decals from Ted's to Theo's.
Dad.
A couple of people start cheering and Theo starts touching them frantically.
I've got neighbors.
They hug and then Ted shoos Theo away to go mingle with his friends. Prettier guys seem to envelop him. After a while, he notices me and waves me over. Hey, Iris. I stroll over to Theo and he gestures toward the group.
This is everyone.
Helpful! Theo points at me.
Everyone? I'd like you to meet someone. She's my...
Theo pauses and looks at me expectantly. I don't guess I'm his girlfriend. I am his girlfriend. Yes, I'm Theo's girlfriend. At the moment, Theo picks me up and places a huge kiss on my lips. Yes, I made it happen. We all turn to him. I remember you. You're the guy who told me Theo liked me. Andrew just nods eagerly and smiles at both of us. He turns to Theo and extends his hand. Theo groans, pulls out a wallet from his jeans pocket, pulls out a bill, and hands it to his friend. What's all that about? Bet him 20 that he'd end up with you. Turns to his Theo and pout. You bet against me? He raises his hands in defense.
I didn't know you then. I might have been a bit annoyed at the whole situation.
But he knows better now, right? Right.
Yes, much better.
So what now? You join the clan, Iris? I want to go for a ride first. Theo chokes on his drink. His friends start clapping on his back while laughing. I met in your car.
Sure thing. Once I'm sober.
Once the laughter dies down, and I'm sipping on my beverage, Theo turns away to fiddle with his phone. A second later, my phone dings. How about we wait for the party to be over and go for a different... I hate it here! I hate it here! my turn to choke on my drink. I start ushering people out this instant. Oh, he has a nice room! Okay, I really like the room. As the crowd clears out, I follow Theo inside. Instead of the couch we made out on, he brings me to his bedroom. He has my face in his hands, the red clear on his face. He leans in for a kiss as I wrap my arms around his neck. Suddenly, he wraps his hands around my thighs. Nope, we're done here. Heart. Yes. Half a year later. Theo was whining about foreign companies being a real pain to deal with, made me reconsider some things. After helping him on the communication front a couple of times, I set up a side thing on the lines of, you call me and I'll deal with the weird foreigners in your stead. Theo's family was more than happy to give me some contacts in the industry and spread the word. Turns out, dealing with mature professionals is much easier than regular retail clients. We started off as a small forwarding service, has quickly grown into official contacts, getting to shows to meet more people, and doing market research. My university professors would be so proud. Today I signed the lease for an official office space. I even have my own sign. Apartment buildings' rent prices were raising. Theo's backhanded, you can just start paying rent to me joke was spiraling into me moving in with him. Well, it wasn't like I wasn't over there half of the week anyways. Then trying to balance 3 boxes on top of one another, they start slipping it and I swear. We decided boxes should be this stupidly difficult to carry. The proper handles to straps. Theo takes 2 of them from on top of each other and helps me carry them inside. Everything's a mess, but I'll have time to unpack later.
Is that all of them?
Yeah. I walk over to the wall in Theo's living room. No, our living room. It used to be bare compared to the other wall, but I started adding pictures to it. My pictures. New pictures I've taken just for fun. Look at me, taking my own advice. I plopped onto the couch and started fiddling with my phone. Heavenly Love was down for maintenance earlier today, so I'm looking to do my dailies. After a while, Theo puts down a cup of latte on the coffee table, then slumps down next to me.
I tried making you one of those fancy lattes that you like. I'm also finished soundproofing the basement.
It sounds suspiciously like something a serial killer would say.
You know it's for the drums. Mind if I head over to the shop to work on the bike?
I returned to pout. Are you gonna leave me all alone in this house?
I can stay at home if you can persuade me.
He throws a sly grin in my direction. I know I didn't mention this before, but I'm enjoying the art style, especially for the CGs. I wink at him and crawl up into his lap before I plant a big kiss on his lips. Like this.
That is a good persuasion tactic.
I rub my hands while holding my phone and laughing. The maintenance is over. I've got a mug of my favorite coffee and my 4 husbandos. I'm good. He presses a very familiar kiss in my hair.
Then I'll leave you to it. Have fun.
He's a keeper. I'm taking him off the market. Alright, we have two colors. I just need 2 more. I'm not gonna say who I'm gonna pick next because last time that didn't work out. But I don't like Mark, so fuck it. Anyway, I'm gonna end this episode here before I start on the next person. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you later.